With the popularity of comic book heroes, numerous heroes have been creeping out of the woodworks and reimagined into live-action versions. From Batman to Superman to the Avengers and soon-to-be Justice Society of America. Now, often there have been various versions and origins of the hero. So many to the point that comic book companies such as DC and Marvel have felt the need to reboot the entire universe to cut down on the inconsistencies. Today we're going to look at one of the heroes that has made an appearance and is soon to become a regular on an upcoming show, Hawkman. I'm Ollamh, and welcome to Geek Trivia. First appearing fittingly in the Flash comics back in 1940, Carter Hall discovered the mysterious nth metal and its power to negate the effects of gravity, thus allowing him to fly. He soon donned the costume with large wings and became the crime fighter Hawkman. He also had a companion hawk named Big Red. It was explained that he was actually the reincarnation of an ancient Egyptian Khufu, and used ancient weapons from the museum he curated. Now the question is how did he not damage some of the old and undoubtedly fragile weapons? Hawkman later became a charter member of the Justice Society of America, beginning in the winter of 1940, and in issue number 8 became the chairman of the organization. He was in fact the only member of the team to appear in every adventure during the golden age of comic books. His romantic interest was known as Hawk Girl, the reincarnated bride Shiera Sanders. Later, in 1961, the series was revived after a 10-year break, but with some notable changes. Instead of being a reincarnation of an ancient Egyptian, he was an alien policeman from the planet Thanagar. His powers remained largely the same as did his name. Obviously, they couldn't keep the exact name, so it was changed slightly to Qatar Hall. He came to Earth with his wife, Shiera, in pursuit of a criminal, and remained to fight crime on Earth, adapting their names to Carter and Shiera Hall, and, amazingly, became curators of a museum in Midway City. Though one imagines they had plenty of alien weapons and didn't need to borrow them from the museum. Now, he was not a straight replacement of the original Hawkman, who lived on a parallel Earth 2, while Qatar inhabited Earth 1. The two would meet up in the annual get-together between the Justice Society of America and the Justice League of America. When sales started to decline in the comic series was merged with that of the Atom, but sadly was cancelled a year later. Throughout the years and several reboots and reimaginings of the universe, there were a few other stories, and even a couple other Hawkmen, including a merging of different versions into a Hawk God. He was laid to rest a while after, since the continuity was considered by DC to be too complicated. In the late 1990s, it was established that Carter Hall and his wife, Shiera, were Hawkman and Hawkgirl, having been reincarnated dozens of times since their original life in ancient Egypt. Their powers were derived from the Thangarian nth metal, which had been retroactively renamed from the ninth metal. The Qatar Hall of the Hawkworld series had also come to Earth during the 1980s, as previously established, and the Hawk God was revealed to be the avatar of the Hawk aspect of the Red, and only believed that he was Hawkman. No matter which aspect of the character you look at, they all use nth metal in their costumes, belts, boots, and wings, controlled mentally to defy gravity and fly. The wings, of course, help, and are even able to be flapped by shoulder motions. Often Hawkman is known to have slightly enhanced physical strength and enhanced senses comparable to, surprise, surprise, that of a hawk. They also use rather archaic weapons such as maces, nets, spears, and shields. In some of the versions, it's preferred because of his memories of past lives. I guess if you remember using such weapons for centuries, firearms aren't going to be as comfortable. In addition to enabling flight, nth metal also has the ability to regulate body temperature, preventing the need for heavy clothing at high altitudes. Now, with the introduction in the Flash and Arrow shows, the character has been reborn, though we don't know much about his background. Is he a museum creator? A random hero that cares about his past? Only time will tell, and hopefully we'll get some answers about the character's current incarnation in January when the series Legends of Tomorrow airs. Until then, what do you think about the Flying Egyptian? Do you prefer the reincarnation idea or the alien cop come to help? Leave a comment down below and let us know. As always, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!
Traveled gentlemen, I've decided that it's time to give you a gentleman's perspective on the world. Okay, that was kind of cool.